Okay, I figured I'd add in the last bit of what I did. So over there is a bale of straw, a bale of alfalfa. The alfalfa's already popped open. I got that for being able to feed my rabbit. I don't have a rabbit anymore, which means it's all for my garden. So I added a flake of alfalfa, which is good. It adds a carbon, which will help to keep the stink down. So next time I bring compost out, I will fluff that. Found another dead mouse. Everywhere I go, there's a dead mouse. Except for when there's a dead squirrel. Dead birds. It's like there's animals out here that hunt other animals or something. I don't know. So next time I bring out compost, I will stir that alfalfa flake in. Like fluff it all out, stir it in, and then bury my compost into that. That will help keep the smell down. It will add carbon, which will make it so that everything... there's a cat. Meow. Meow. Yeah, he's not going to play along now. It'll make it so that the composts better. compost better. It won't be so wet, sloopy, stinky, heavy. It'll make it so that it fluffs out better. So, oh, since I'm here, I will show kind of what ended up happening. So, this is pigweed. It's an edible. It's very spiky right now. I think I'm going to cut it off. I haven't been eating it. Pigweed is I think they call it a pot herb, which means it's one of those plants that people ate because it always just grew and it had enough vitamins that people were able to survive. So it's a survival plant. It's really spiky. I left spikes on my pants. Spiky seeds. So then here's this. I planted some onions that I got from a friend's garden. Here's some elephant garlics. You can tell, well, these must be garlics as well, or shallots maybe. They have flat leaves. Garlics have flat leaves and onions have round leaves. Here's another elephant garlic. Some basil that I planted that's finally coming around. Whoa, daddy long legs. Rosemary plant that I got. And here's some thyme, I believe. I don't think you guys can even see that here. I don't remember what one this is. Let's see here. Tarragon. Basil, rosemary, tarragon, elephant garlics. This is grape mullein. It's really super fuzzy. You can see down in the crown how it's white. That is a medicinal herb. Would look into it before you use it just in case ends up being something that doesn't work with you or your meds. Then up here, this planter is where I buried my pet rat. And in that I planted like rosemary and a sage plant, and they all died. And then this plant, I don't know what this is, I planted that in there too. That one kind of survived. And since it was so sad and lonely, I put these roses in there. Look at how pretty those roses are. Oh, this squash, man. Pretty little yellow tea rose. I haven't smelled them yet to see if they smell, but this squash just volunteered itself because I topped it off with compost, and I think I'm going to cut this squash out, but it's got a pretty flowers, squash flowers. Maybe I'll eat the squash flowers. I mean, with a 1 year composted dead rat, it still has enough food to be able to feed roses and a squash. I think. I don't know. So yeah, that's basically all the gardening that I did this year was my little pots. In the pots, I also went into the woodlot and got some rotted pieces of wood, like branches, and kind of broke them up and put them in the bottom. The intent with that was that potted plants dry out really fast, and I was thinking that if I put spongy wood in the bottom of the pots, that it would help to maintain more consistent moisture levels. It worked really great. Like, I watered them maybe once a week and they were fine all summer long when we had that 90s and 100 degrees heat wave. So, but they're very large pots. I wouldn't do it with anything less than like 2 or 3 gallons. In the smaller pots, you dump them out every year anyway. Okay, I'm gonna wash the chicken off my hands. My alarm went off. It is past time for me to go to work. I've got lunch pretty much packed. All right, have a good day. Bye.